What's on guys, welcome back to another episode of F1 2017 Career Mode, where in this video we've got the Spanish Grand Prix. But before we get into it, let's just go over to Crofty, well his voice anyway, in the game, who is going to go through the qualifying results.
This is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and Kimi Raikkonen completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Ricciardo, Romain Grosjean and a Ferrari.
Whoa, before Crofty's voice continues going through the qualifying results, you might notice that it says we got a penalty, and that is for a gearbox change. So if you don't do the required 6 races with a gearbox, you get a penalty and it is a 5-place grid drop. Otherwise, we would have been starting in pole because we are 0.051 seconds or milliseconds up on the pole time. But anyway, back to Crofty's voice.
Ocon, Perez, Hülkenberg and Carlos Sainz, Alonso, Massa, Jolyon Palmer and Magnussen, Kvyat, Verstappen, Lance Stroll and Stoffel van Dorn, Wehrlein and Marcus Ericsson rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
So we are getting ready for the Spanish Grand Prix, waiting for the 5 red lights to go out. And they are out. We are off for the Spanish Grand Prix. A little bit of wheel spin from Hamilton and Raikkonen, throwing up a little bit of smoke from their rear tyres into the first corner. Hamilton is ahead of Raikkonen, ahead of Bottas. We've got a Red Bull going up the inside of the Haas. Nope, but the Haas keeps that position. That car doing very well in 4th place. But the start doesn't seem that chaotic from the front view anyway. So the order after that start is Hamilton in 1st, Raikkonen in 2nd and Bottas in 3rd. So this is a start on board with us in 6th place, and the lights have just gone out. We are off to a very slow start there, and a lot of the cars, a lot of the field just go past us. We drop down to 10th place, 11th place into the first corner, making up 10th, and then Massa comes up the inside, a little bit of contact with the Toro Rosso and Williams. We are now in 10th place. Going through this corner, Massa a little bit slow through it. Doing the cutback. We will be on the inside for this one, and we make the move, getting a little bit of oversteer there. I think we might have touched the Toro Rosso of Sainz, but we are now up into 9th place. And we've got some work to do to get back up into the position that we started in.
Okay, we're through the start phase. Now let's build on it.
Coming down the main straight, 1FG is in the slipstream of the Toro Rosso. Getting closer, even closer. Maybe he will go for a move into the first corner. Very close now, and pulls that, goes onto the inside line. Little bit of a lock-up I think there, but manages to get that move done on the Toro Rosso of Sainz. And 1FG is now up into 8th place. So no DRS yet, because we are on the 2nd lap and it becomes available on the 3rd. But 1FG late braking up the inside of the Force India of Ocon, and has got that move done and is now up into P7. Another straight, another Force India. 1FG getting to the back of Perez, going up the inside, and has managed to get that move done. 1FG now up into P6, and we've made up them positions that we lost at the start. This is the battle for the lead. Hamilton in P1, Raikkonen in P2, but he has got the DRS going down the main straight. Getting closer, getting closer. He pulls out onto the outside line, but that isn't going to stop him into the first corner, going round the outside of Hamilton. Raikkonen manages to get 1st position, and Hamilton is now in 2nd. We've got 1FG getting close to the back of Ricciardo for P5. Getting closer with the DRS into the braking zone. Ricciardo locks up, nearly contact there, and 1FG gets sideways. A little bit later in the lap then, 1FG getting very close to the back of Ricciardo. A little bit of a lock up coming into this chicane, but he'll have the DRS going down this main straight around the final corner. Really close now, going onto the inside line, down the start finish straight with that DRS. And Ricciardo pulls back behind 1FG to try and get a slipstream, but 1FG into the first corner has got that move done and is now in P5. Next up is the Haas of Grosjean into the first corner. 1FG getting close to the back of that Haas. Into this long right-hander, 1FG moves to the outside, and around the outside goes the Ferrari for P4. Here's Raikkonen going through the chicane, the two Mercs behind him, and Raikkonen is coming into the pit lane for his first stop. Followed by the Mercedes of Hamilton. Pit limiter on for Raikkonen, and there is Hamilton. Raikkonen pulls up into his pit garage, and the medium tyres go on to the car. That will probably be his only stop for the race. And Hamilton has the medium tyres on as well. And Raikkonen has rejoined the racetrack. And so has Hamilton. Raikkonen comes out just in between of the Toro Rosso and Red Bull of Verstappen. And there is Hamilton coming out behind that pack. 1FG going through the chicane, still yet to make a pit stop. But he is coming into the pit lane now. This will probably be his only stop of the race. It is his first stop. Pit limiter goes on then down the pit lane. Bottas is also in the pits, and I think he is waiting for 1FG to get by, but 1FG pulls into his pit box and the medium tyres go on. And there is Bottas just in front now, so the Ferrari may have made time up on that Mercedes in the pit stops. But there is Raikkonen and Hamilton out in front of Bottas, and now 1FG joining the racetrack again. The current order is Raikkonen, Hamilton, followed by Bottas and 1FG. Hamilton is getting closer to the back of Raikkonen. Going down the main straight. Hamilton has got the DRS and is in the slipstream. Getting closer and closer. Raikkonen moves over to the inside line to defend his position. Well, it looks like Hamilton has already got past Raikkonen going into the first corner. Hamilton is now in P1. Maybe Raikkonen has got some kind of problem, because here comes Bottas with the slipstream and DRS. Getting closer and closer. Bottas pulls onto the inside line. Has got past Raikkonen. Raikkonen pulls back into the slipstream of Bottas, but Bottas now up into P2. And 1FG is getting closer to the back of his teammate Raikkonen. Through this long right-hander, 1FG goes into the inside line for this next corner, and neck and neck, 1FG pulls ahead of his teammate Raikkonen. Raikkonen has dropped from P1 to P4 in just a few laps. Maybe he has some sort of problem. 1FG getting close to the back of Bottas in the slipstream and with the DRS. Getting closer, moves to the inside line and just pulls out the move, but Bottas locks up. And 1FG goes to the inside line, overtakes Bottas, and is now up into P2. Chasing down his championship rival Hamilton. Coming through the last few corners on the final lap, Hamilton still leads ahead of 1FG. Bottas is in P3 and Raikkonen is in P4. Hamilton coming through the chicane. And then going through the final corner onto the main straight. Hamilton is going to take victory, and Hamilton wins the Spanish Grand Prix ahead of 1FG, followed by Bottas, and then followed by Raikkonen in P4.
Brilliant stuff from Mercedes today. That's another historic win. So, Ant, how exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
And as the adrenaline dies down after another eventful Grand Prix, here come the top three out onto the podium.
Alrighty then guys, so that is the Spanish Grand Prix in the F1 2017 career mode. Like you just seen, Hamilton managed to win it. We came second and Bottas came third, and our teammate Raikkonen came fourth. Like I said at the start, we did get a grid penalty for the gearbox change, otherwise we would have been on pole. And then I got a terrible start which dropped us to like 10th place, and then we just had to make up the positions from there. So P2 wasn't too bad overall. And in the Drivers' Championship, Hamilton takes the lead and we have dropped to second place, only 2 points behind. So this championship is very, very close. Raikkonen is in third place with 32 points behind Hamilton and 30 points behind us. For the Constructors' Championship, Ferrari are still leading by just 1 point ahead of Mercedes. So the Constructors' Championship is even closer than the Drivers' Championship. Let me know in the comments what you thought about that race and the video itself. The next race is at Monaco. And yeah, I don't think there's really anything much more to talk about for the race. I'm getting more used to the manual pit stops now. So I think the pit stop that we made in that race was a bit quicker than the other ones we've made. But yeah, that is really it for this race and this video. Like I said, let me know in the comments what you did think about this video. Feedback would be greatly appreciated. But for now, I'm going to leave this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you are new and did enjoy. Have a fantastic day. Peace.